Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stryker Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas for this Heartland Conference NPSL matchup between your FC Wichita boys in red versus the Demize NPSL. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on behalf of FC Wichita and MJ Productions. I'm Johnny Freedom bringing you this live stream action here. I tell you what, it's an absolutely, you couldn't order up more beautiful weather tonight. It's absolutely gorgeous tonight. High 80s, just a little bit of wind as expected in the state of Kansas. There's always going to be a little bit of wind, 10 to 12 mile an hour blowing. And it's blowing tonight from left to right across your screen as you're looking at it right now. Well, tonight, FC Wichita is coming off of a big win over the Tulsa Athletic here on Wednesday at Stryker Soccer Complex, winning in the 83rd minute on a strike, his second of the night by Matt Clare. With that win, FC Wichita back at the top of the table. Also, FC Wichita taking two on the season from Tulsa. First time ever that's happened to the Athletics in their history. So big victories over FC Wichita arch rival Tulsa Athletic. Well, NPSL Demize, the demise of the NPSL, however you want to call them, the Demize, we'll just call them the Demize, had a little bit of restructuring this year. They're playing in two cities in Missouri, Springfield and Joplin. We want to welcome any of their fans that are listening in right now. Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, watching, and supporting your club. We're going to do our best to make sure we get your player names and numbers correct for you tonight. Big shout out to your supporters. I've met and drank with them on multiple occasions on our trips to Joplin. They're a fantastic supporters group, and my hat's off to all your supporters and fans tonight. Tough season so far for the Demize. They're 2-3-1 on the season. They're coming off of a huge victory over Ozark FC 4-0 also on Wednesday. So FC Wichita looking to repeat what they did against Tulsa now. NPSL Demize also had some success against Tulsa as well. Beginning of the season, they had a 3-1 victory over Tulsa in Joplin, I believe. Whether Joplin or Springfield, whatever, it was at home. And then they suffered a defeat to Tulsa in Tulsa. And so they split with Tulsa, which is not a bad stretch for the Demize tonight. Seeing an interesting lineup from Coach Weir tonight with two holding mids, one attacking mid, three forwards, and four in the back. Not sure exactly what we're going to see from head coach of the Demize, Chris Hanlon. We'll call it out as soon as we see it. On the mic with me tonight in place of my BFF, Josh Kippenberger, is going to be my second BFF, and that's Blake Shoemaker. Blake's running some other things right now. He's a CEO. He's taking care of some other things. We'll go ahead and give you the lineups for the NPSL Demize. Starting in goal, number 0, Tomas Zashfert. His back line, 4 defenders in the back. Number 22 is In Sagstetler. Number 5, Eric Soares. Number 20, James Paler. And number 4, Jackson Rogers. They're going to have 4 across the middle, 4 midfielders. Number 8, Gabriel De Freitas. Number 12, Charlie Hackshaw. Number 2, Leonardo Machado. And number 6, Jacob Moore. 2 attackers tonight. Number 10, forward Narenchli Margaritha. And number 14, George Redwin. Fans, I apologize if I jacked those up. My biggest apologies. We'll also have your starting lineup for FC Wichita. Boys in red, starting in goal tonight. Big Scott, goalkeeper, Mark Weir. Number 3, left, James Togba. Number 6, center back is Leo Katarina. Also in the center is our French international, number 4, center back Boris Tanzi. And on the right side in the back, number 15, Tulsa boy. I'm sorry. I'm brain farting here for a sec. Mustang, Oklahoma, sorry. Colton Haskin, I was messing that up. He plays his college in Tulsa at Oral Roberts. My bad to the Haskins. In two holding mids, we'll have number 5, Leo Sosa, and we'll have the infamous Chris Lemons, number 14, also holding mid. Attacking mid tonight is number 99 and the hero from the game against Tulsa. That's Matt Clare. 2 playing on the wings tonight. Left wing tonight is number 9. That's Big Ginge, Luca Nelly. And number 20 on the right is going to be Diego Serfati. And striker tonight, number 11. Leading the team in scoring is Derry Korf. And I want to apologize to his family in England. I've been saying Corfy all season because that's what I was told. It's Korf. So Derry will be playing up top tonight. Substitutions tonight for FC Wichita will be number 8, Marcos Gomez. Number 2, Stephen Hammerski. Number 10, Luke Hitchman, the Duke. Number 12, Adam James. Number 17, Felipe Maya. Number 7, Levi Spray. And number 23, Gio Vallejo. Substitutions for the Demize. Number 7, Quentin Carey. Number 13, Udai Yamochi. Number 11, Jao Silva. Number 17, Ahmad Saidi. Sorry about that. Number 9, Abukar Diallo. Sorry about that. Number 19, Kyler Moore. And number 18, Opie Obakan. They are coached by Chris Hanlon. FC Wichita coached by Steve Raylos. And so we'll pause here for a second for the national anthem. It's coming right up, and we'll be right back with live stream action. Well, we're live here, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff just moments away, as I mentioned before. With me tonight, my good buddy, my second BFF, Mr. Blake Shoemaker.
Oh, what an honor. What an honor not just to be here, but the second BFF.
Dude, you know where that's coming from? You know that's coming from the heart, baby.
Man, that's from deep down. You know what?
It's coming from the heart.
Gulp, stop breathing.
It's coming from the heart, baby.
Oh, much appreciated.
Well, we're going to have a big match here tonight, Blake. We mentioned both of these teams coming off of big victories. FC Wichita here at home over Tulsa. And then FC Wichita, or I'm sorry, correction, Demize over Ozark FC 4-0. So both teams coming off of victories. Demize getting only their second victory of the season. They're looking to do something that, first of all, they've only beaten us once here, and that was the first game that we ever played in our inaugural season. They snuck a bad back pass away from us.
Assisted by our left back.
Exactly.
Put him straight through to goal.
Exactly.
But let's not overlook this team. I mean, we know
absolutely
we know
not.
We've played the Demize late in the year a few times. They've kind of been out of the contention for playoffs at those points, and their teams, players at this point, collegiately, etc. They start to like, I'm going to go home if they're not in a playoff run, and that's where we've played them at in the past. This is at the end of the year, but the Demize are in a position to make a playoff push for one of the last 4 spots
absolutely.
Right now. They are towards the bottom of the table, but they are in a position to make a push. They've tied Little Rock, who sits number 2. They've beat Tulsa, who sits number 3, and they beat Tulsa 3-1. We snuck 2 late goals in to beat Tulsa at Tulsa 3-2, and ultimately beat them 2-1 here. But that's no easy feat. Tulsa's had a fantastic team for years and years. The Demize have always been a rival of theirs, and it's not because Tulsa runs over them, but it's because they supply competitive matches for them. So also, there's a good group that they put together. Chris has done well building a team. They've bounced around and had a little bit more of a fan base now that they're flying through Missouri instead of just in Joplin, but they still have their typical Joplin fan base. And they've got a FC Wichita player from last year on their team, Andres Chalbot. Andres was hurt. He was a key player in a team that potentially saw Richard Osterloh come into Wichita last year and do fantastic. Andres came in. He spent most of his time with the doctor, but we wanted to rehab him and get him back to.
He's not here tonight.
Get him back, and I don't know if he's injured or what. Of course, he's not on the roster, but certainly that mentality, that kind of player, that the class that Andres is one of the reasons that the Demize find themselves into this. If they're bringing in players like that, we know they've got a good group. So
no, they've been in the league for quite some time, and they're here to win. They're not here to just play for fun. I mean, they're here like any of these other clubs. They're here to win. And they started off looking for the corner, and obviously they don't know James Tog, but that's not the corner that you want to start off with.
If you scout Wichita, I'm sure you've seen a lot of goals and trying to figure out what we do offensively. But let me tell you, you want to attack the middle or the left side of the pitch, because over here on your offensive right, you run into number 3, James Togba, and Jacob Moore. Not only was that ball out in front of him, but James Togba on a stroll in the park going, I dare you to get up to speed on that, and Jacob declining to challenge. And you can't blame him, because what Toggy provides is USL, MLS-type caliber competition. And, they got him off sides. I don't know if Deary was just sliding behind and behind that center back there, but a great run from Deary. He typically is running off the second center back, not the one that he's looking at in front of him, but he's watching the other one and had his back turned to him, so probably didn't know. But a dangerous ball in from Matt Clare. Deary Korf to his family back in England. I know we've been calling him Corfy. It is Korf. And Deary has been fantastic, scoring goals, keeping up with leaders in the NPSL. Had a game on last Wednesday that he didn't put a ball in the back of the net, but all that means for Deary is he's on 2 or 3 very soon.
And there's a great through ball. Oh, what a tackle there. I didn't see who made that tackle, but that's Diego Serafati, who's been providing a lot of offense.
Serafati lights out. His distribution, he's strong in the air. He wins first and second 50-50 balls, and his penetrating passes in behind that's putting our forwards through has been classic lately. And the ball that he played Matt Clare to beat Tulsa and go up 2-1 was nothing short of class.
Well, James Togba here with the ball. He's shoved off.
Moore takes Togba off that ball, and Togba comes back and fouls. And maybe that early comment about Togba strolling the park, he needs to wake up a little bit, and Jacob Moore's certainly here to play as well. Wichita fans in the second minute arguing that James Togba didn't bring that guy down after taking the ball off of him, and clearly fouled Jacob Moore.
I think they were concerned with the first foul, is what they were saying.
Right, yeah, well, Togba showed the ball and handed it to him,
right.
So if he punched you afterwards, you still lost possession.
I love our fans no matter what, whether they're right or wrong.
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah, whether they're right or wrong, they believe that the referee got it wrong if it's against us, so I appreciate that.
Well, FC Wichita looking to build from the back here. I want to thank some of our sponsors while we got the sheet in front of us here. I want to thank Soccer Savings. They're our main kit sponsor, soccersavings.com, soccer equipment and apparel. Also want to thank Nike. We signed a big contract at the beginning of the season, Blake.
There goes
Mikey.
Togba, 1v1 on the flank now. He's going to push it by, certainly. He's done it. Jacob Moore grabbing for Jersey. And
that's a yellow card.
I'm going to say, if you stop that
reaching
play,
in his pocket.
Referee, if you stop this, you got to get into your pocket. He's pushed it by. And, he certainly grabs kids. And folks, if nothing personal, we're a biased commentating crew.
Absolutely,
we're Wichita based. We love James Togba. We love the boys in red. We try to call it even, but James Togba, we said it 3 minutes ago. That's what he's going to do over here on the left flank, and you caught a little bit of taste of it. Jacob Moore lucky to not come out with the yellow card, but Matt Clare whipping in an in-swinger. And
baby!
Leo Sosa gets
oh my goodness, what a save!
Was
from
it saved,
Tomas,
or did it just hit the bar?
Fingertip pushed it off the crossbar, and look how fast comes in here.
Here it is. Here, Matt Clare whips the ball in, Johnny, and that's Leo Sosa with the flick, and it was fingertips pushed off the crossbar. What a save by the goalkeeper! You're right. He picked that thing out of the top shelf and pushes it just enough to get it off the bar. Leo Sosa with an early flick-on header from Matt Clare off the crossbar.
I tell you what, I had "oh baby" coming out of my mouth already because I thought in the 4th minute Wichita's up 1-0. What a save from the goalkeeper!
When we get an "oh baby" from you, I'm extremely happy. So that means usually the score just changed in our favor somehow.
Look at old Colton Haskin over there, Mustang, Oklahoma, grown boy over there from Oral Roberts University. Fantastic players. Really been wonderful all season.
Diego Serfati's played in
wide
by Leo
open.
Sosa, wide open, switches a ball in, and there's Deary Corpy on the back post and just couldn't get there in time. Another fantastic ball in from Diego Serfati.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player from UM. He's a Venezuelan international plays at UMKC. We picked him up from UMKC. What a player.
Can I give a shout-out to Brian Perez for that?
Absolutely.
Brian put him on the radar. Of course, we've had none other than Nick Kramer from UMKC, Wichita born and bred, first player
signer
that ever signed with FC Wichita. But now Diego Serfati, and was a great recommendation from a former Wichita wing and current Kansas City Comet, Brian Perez. And I'm just saying, maybe one day an FC Wichita player coaching in the academy, playing for FC Wichita, maybe bring him back to Wichita. I don't know. Who knows? Anything could happen, right?
And look who's running onto the ball there, but Derry Korf.
Derry Korf's going to apply a little pressure in the corner, Johnny, and can he win the ball for us? He's done it. Diego Serfati plays Korf in. Now Claire's running off. Korf cuts back. Ball across the box.
Shot at the keeper. Bad angle, really.
It. Claire turns and says, just give me a chance. Put it in front of me. And Diego and Matt kind of thumbs up. Yeah, we got it. Or not Diego, Derry. And we move on.
So close, though. You know what I mean, Blake? Inside the 6-yard box.
Very reminiscent to how we started against Tulsa when you went, geez, it could have been 2-3-0 in the early minutes. Deary Korf
just thought he was going to get
that.
To it.
Yeah, the defender played it. The defender Meggs himself sliding into it, and Deary thought, it's off. If Deary stays with the run, Deary's 1v1 with the keeper. How many times early in this game, and Deary Korf isn't your prototype number 9, but for FC Wichita with the 4-2-3-1, a smack behind the play. Referee eats his whistle, but player turns around. I can't see the number, but Diego Serfati politely shakes hands with them, but the Joplin left back after the play turns and backhands Diego Serfati, and Diego Serfati, probably not the kind of guy intensity-wise you want to be smacking in the face, a lot like Togba, has a level that you haven't seen yet, and certainly that it'll get up to that level. And still Diego Serfati, you see him checking his face, a backhand, Johnny.
Did I miss
in
it?
the nose. Oh, absolutely.
So
Intentional. And referee, Brian Otten is the center referee, puts the whistle in his mouth. We got offsides on Serfati. Brian Otten sees it, takes 4 steps, just quickly, aggressively puts the whistle in his mouth, and as the players shake hand, lets it go. But again, 2 bookable offenses early in this match that probably changed the landscape because they're Joplin's outside backs. How aggressive can they be? How high can they play if both of those cards are yellow, or both of those calls are yellow cards, which deservedly so. On the video later, you'll watch this back. Folks, in the 6th minute, behind the play, Diego Serfati, full arm swing, smack in the face behind the play.
Tell you what, Boris Tonzi's been a recent addition into the center backs, man, and he has been fantastic. I watched him against that Tulsa game, and he was just big, great in the air, a big body, knocking people off the ball. He was fantastic. And a good kid, Blake.
Yeah, great kid. And what do you expect from Barton County? Mike Brown at Barton County, Mike Brown, he's not going to recommend somebody that, first of all, isn't a class citizen, a role model for the youth, quality teammate, comes in, works hard, wants to earn his keep. So you know you're getting that, but he's just not going to send anybody to this level that doesn't have the soccer savvy, the technical ability, and the pace to play at this level. And here's Boris on the ball now. Boris to us by way Mike Brown, Barton County Community College, to Mike Brown by way of France U20 national team.
So quality player in Kansas, mind you, Blake.
Yeah, for those of you out there looking, there's a lot of good places you can play, places you can get money. JUCO, they have a ton of money to offer. There's places you go in, you get a couple years of free education, you get here overseas, you come in from a different situation inside the States. But Barton County Community College, year after year, one of the best places you can go play at that level. Produced Jiro Baraga, Mal Vargas. Mal Vargas now number 3 keeper in the Costa Rican World Cup team. Jiro Baraga now killing it at Florida Gulf Coast, and you probably
D1.
saw the massive D1 goal of the year he had that made ESPN and Fox Soccer and et cetera. And Jiro, geez, man, if you're watching, you can come back. We'll still, you have another year eligibility. Come on out to Wichita, man. We'll talk about you a little.
For sure. And let's not forget, first professional signing of an FC Wichita player was our boy in goal, Mal Vargas.
Mal Vargas, class. Mal Vargas could have been our defensive MVP, our team MVP, our most inspirational. But we also had Matt Clare on 12 goals and 7 assists that year. Kevin Tenike, who provided 6 goals, a couple assists, and shut down defense. Mal Vargas, clean sheet after clean sheet in year 1 for FC Wichita, where they won a conference championship. There's a ball into Togba. If he gets through, that's dangerous. But so Mal Vargas, one thing I can tell you about Mal is Mauricio Vargas as an individual, the way that his team wants to play for him, the appreciation the guys have even when things bad, what he brings to the table, not only shot stopping in big moments, but he was voted our most inspirational player. And last year, Chris Lemons got that. So the guys just don't hand that one out very easily. And Mal Vargas, oh my, the guy was just the best locker room, the best everything you want from a teammate.
What a run! Oh, one lucky touch there.
Deary's knock here is that he's a number 10 and 8. We play him up top because he's got a knack for putting balls in the net and he makes creative runs. And what we do early in the game, we give him those chances. But you'll notice Deary start in the middle.
What a wonderful touch by Colton Haskin. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Claire.
That was Colton.
Oh, goodness. Got to bring that back. Deary still has it. They're bringing it back from Matt Clare at the top of the box.
Dangerous top of the box here. Who's it going to be, Matt Clare or Leo Sosa? Tough question here.
I think they both look at it, but I think Leo takes it from a little bit left center. Leo's very good from here. Matt's going to take a look at it as well. I have no problem with either one of them taking it. At this angle, straight on like this, I have no problem with these two and James Togba looking at it from a left-footed in-swinger. But it looks like it's probably going to be Leo, and Leo's the captain. He's been taking most of these from here. We know what Matt brings, but Matt has no problem playing the team role and taking a step back and saying, look, here's what we're going to look at. So Matt's going to line up to look at this from the left, but he's going to let Leo have it.
Oh, baby, what a shot there. Unfortunately, right at the keeper. Keeper boggled it for a second there. Oh, what a tackle.
Good challenge from Matt Clare.
What a tackle. That's the player Matt Clare is, man. Hustling all over the place, all over the pitch, offensively and defensively. What a tackle, my goodness.
So Deary Corfey, Matt gets that call brought back, and we get it at the top of the box, but Deary's won the challenge, and Deary's in. So
right.
Deary says, hey, I'll take the 1v1 from here if you don't mind, referee. But Deary, we were talking about Deary getting pushed up top, and Deary's up top, but right now look what you've seen, and it was just what I was talking about. So Deary's in as a forward, and then Deary drifts out wide to the left, and Luca goes in. Then Deary drops off, and Matt shifts up. So it's very difficult for the defense to recognize because Steve Rallos has given these guys the opportunity to interchange as they wish and drop Deary into the mid, let him get a few more touches, put Matt up high, and to the rest of the NPSL, this is dangerous from you because now Matt's had a chance to warm up and settle into the game, and now he's up here standing with your center backs, and nobody at this point that I've seen in the NPSL times their runs better.
Well, we had a free kick there from the NPSL. Referee blows his whistle for a foul on Leo Caterina. He finds James Togba here on the left. Matt switches the fields, and well at that from Leo. Leo finds Diego Serafati. He's looking for Matt. Claire finds him. Matt switches the field, finds a Leo Sosa all alone. Leo sends the ball up to Colton Haskin. Colton great making that space, and gets a little bit too much underneath it. But you see the quick feet from Colton Haskin. That's what you want to see over on that right-hand side. Those quick feet, quick making space. He just needs to do better with that ball.
The space was created by the shifting that we just talked about from Claire and Anelli and Korf, because Claire comes back to receive this ball. It goes backwards to the defender, and then Korf makes the run through. So Korf, the run comes out of the mid. Claire ends up sitting back in and playing the 10 and changing the point of attack to Leo, who then plays Colton. So that interchangeability in the midfield is what really creates. Now Matt's up top again, and here comes Togba around the edge. And that's a fantastic ball if it gets through, but it doesn't. If that thing squirts through to Luca Anelli, Luca's got a lot of real estate.
And they're just happy to dump the ball down there, but they don't realize who they're dealing with over there. Boris, not only a big body, can jump high, but he's got some wheels too, Blake.
Right, Boris Nanatanzi, class speed, takes the proper angle, came in a little bit shaky early in the year, but has now cemented a role into this lineup and was massive against Tulsa on Wednesday.
Well, we want to thank CallCap, callcap.com, one of our big sponsors, Innovative Call Tracking. Thank you for your sponsorship. Also want to thank Service Body Shop, your company, Blake, for your sponsorship. They're located at 2550 West Pawnee. Also, tonight's a big night, big fundraiser tonight with Wheat State Insurance. Wheat State Insurance is one of our big sponsors. They're at 402 North River in Derby. Well, ball goes out of bounds off James Togba. It's going to be a corner kick coming up here for the Demize. We'll see what they can do. Don't really believe in this whole wind advantage thing, Blake, but if there was a wind advantage, just moving left to right, this provides them with an opportunity to swing a ball in dangerously.
Yeah, it's a steady 5 mile per hour, maybe 10 mile per hour gust occasionally going in the Demize favor, but nothing that you'd say causes the ball to shift much or anything like. The defenders fell down.
Slip.
Matt Claire's going to get to the ball, and now he's going to be pushed.
It's three on one.
Here comes Sosa. Does Claire switch it? He tries to beat the defender. It ends up drawing a foul. No, the referee says play on, and Claire a little off balance, but clearly drew a foul. And now Colton Haskins, and he's going to bring that back going against the Demize when Matt Claire gives us some great hold-up play. Center referee Brian Otten maybe doing a little bit too much to try to make a point that he's not a homer here. And the fans certainly don't like that.
Well, they never do. Well, let's thank some of our other sponsors. Want to thank Pita Pit. I've had a chance to eat a couple of those things. They are fantastic. They're at 3242 North Rock Road. Delicious pitas. And that's easily collected by Big Scott, Mark Weir. Mark finds Leo Catarina. Leo, our Brazilian international, going to be playing soccer at Friends next year. Great through ball. Finds Derry. Derry finds James Togba.
James
goes between his legs.
What a ball across, Anelli, no. It's going to be out for a throw, though. See if Wichita can pin him in here.
Great ball there by James Togba. Wonderful little bit of foot skill there. Nasty. I tell you what, James Togba, buff kid. But I tell you what, dude, he's smoother than Marvin Gaye. And he's dirtier than Harry Callahan.
I knew the Harry Callahan reference was coming when I heard Marvin Gaye.
Chris Lemons has one with his left foot.
Maybe
it was a little high.
The wind did impact that one by pushing it up a little bit, so that's the first
high
time we've seen it.
A little outside, not handsome at all, but he gave it a good old Boy Scout chance. Let's thank Jersey's Bar and Grill. They're our after-game party spot. I want to invite you out to Jersey's after the game tonight. They're at 3213 North Tobin Road. Tell you what, we talk about people having ups. I tell you what, if the ball's in Leo Sosa's area, that dude's getting the ball.
Oh, yeah, you better believe
that guy can jump.
In fact, you feel him breathing down your neck, so if he's not getting the ball, then he's certainly applying pressure that makes sure you don't.
Well, throw in here coming in for Demize.
Leo Sosa in year 3 is, with his intensity and effort and dependability as a ball winner, as a communicator, as a guy that you can count on to make a play in the box, corner kicks, set pieces, things like that comes up big every time. As Leo's earned the captain's band in year 3, and for a guy that came in and had a limited role for his first 10, 15 games in year 1, fantastic. Then we found out he needs to be set in the lineup. He makes an impact. He can play multiple positions for us, and now he's a leader on this team, and he was last year. And he gets fouled behind the play. Center referee decides to call that one, and the fellas shake hands that we play on.
Well, I like the Demize players are, slapping hands, hey, say no big deal. But at some point, the referee, there becomes a situation of persistent infringement when we see foul after foul after foul.
Behind a guy where you don't have a chance to win a ball. Colton Haskins going to have a chance to get to this ball, and he does. Still in play.
It's
massive mistake by the Joplin goalkeeper, who comes back and collects it. But again, we've seen now Korf and Haskins both end up with the ball at the edge of the 18, not thinking they were going to get it. Boris Tonzis fell down on a flick on from Luca Anelli. Johnny.
On a back through ball. We dodged a huge bullet there. I tell you what, we're slipping all over the place here.
Well, that one was just a bad ball from Derry Korf, and Diego Serfati off balance, shifting the other way, wanted a decent ball to his feet, and Korf weights the ball poorly, and Serfati goes to the ground intentionally maybe. Great first touch from Chris Lemons.
That comes with a ton of experience there, Blake. Chris Lemons.
Horrible touch from Boris Tonzi on the other end of that. Chris Lemons, what a first touch, away from pressure, focus, shift the ball, make sure you get the touch, you get possession, put it a yard in front of you, but shift it away from pressure, and calm and cool as you like, right? And on the other end, Boris, trying to make a decision before he has the ball, forgets to focus on the touch.
And this is going to be trouble here for the Demize player. And again, players losing their feet. What a tackle by James Togba. Players losing their feet left and right, not just FC Wichita players, but their Demize player loses his feet, and he's looking to the referee to save him from that grass monster.
Now can Lemons play in? Can he switch the field? And now nice and calm. Lemons can find Sosa, calm down. Here comes the ball in behind him, Matt. Matt flicks it to Deary. Deary is offsides. And he was.
And the
delayed call from the referee, but I'd have to agree.
But and again, and the the Demize players playing him offside, seeing a little bit of eagerness from Deary.
Deary, where you like to see Deary is not trying to play flat like a true number 9, but a little bit 4 or 5 yards off of him, coming forward like an attacking 10, and then making the run going forward where he can see what's in front of him. And Deary's smart enough to create that space and make the run, and Joplin will allow that because they're just basically building their line based on where the number 9 is. So seeing Deary pull a little bit further off like you see right now, he's 3-4 yards off of the center back. It's a lot more accurate for what we're trying to now when we get their line this high, Johnny, can Matt make the run out of the midfield? Can him and Deary get that action? Can Luca join in out of the midfield? And when those things start happening, that's when Wichita will make a pay for playing a trap at midfield, and we have the ball just on the fringe of the I wouldn't say the offensive third, but neutral zone part of the pitch.
And this is when it starts getting a little bit dangerous back there.
The line's very flat. This is dangerous for Joplin. The ball's played in behind to Deary. He's going to possess and keep it in play.
Deary just needs to find someone.
Oh, well done, Deary. And that's fine. Just
Amazing
swing it.
To keep
just
that.
Possess. Oh, James. And Togba hits the heck out of that thing. Wasn't bad, but had plenty of time to take a touch. And Matt Glare turns to him and says, "Man, bring it down. Let's play." Right. But James You know, if
he's looking for the goal of the year.
Look,
and if that gets hit and put in the back of the net, I'm calling goal of the year.
You can call the goal of the year if he hits that first time from across the field. I have no problem with that.
Left-footed. Come on. Well, I tell you what, we want to thank some more of our sponsors. We want to thank Papa John's. They're great food, obviously. They feed our team. They also feed the away team tonight. 3236 North Rock Road.
Great play from Anelli and Matt to link up. Now Sosa flicks it forward back to Anelli. A little bit of pressure, but Joplin just trying to play it safe and dump a lot of these balls out. Happy to have goal kicks where they can, the Joplin is the NPSL Demize. That's going to take me some time to get used to.
I was doing it all at the beginning.
So
yep, I'm with you.
So, happy to have a goal kick where they're in possession and able to clear it out right now because everything else looks like this.
That's a handball, right? My goodness! I mean, you could hear the
foul. You could hear wanted a handball.
Well, you could hear the skin slap from up here, Blake. Just to be fair.
Now into Claire. Deary's through.
Oh, what a save. Kick save there by the goalkeeper.
Corpy tries to toe poke it across goal. Wichita's third shot on goal, but a good save from the keeper. And Deary went to go to his left. The keeper had the angle taken away, so he tried to shift it back to his right. And once that happened,
it wasn't the greatest angle to take that shot.
Pressure ended up being on his right foot. He wanted to shape it, but by then it was like, I just need to put something on goal. So we get a toe poke across goal. And fortunate for Joplin, another save by the goalkeeper. That's 3 shots on goal at this point. And Joplin goalkeeper keeping him level. What a tackle from Togba.
Great anticipation from him.
Good ball from Chris Lemons out in front. Colton Haskins is going to keep this in play with his pace. And a little bit too much from Colt. You wish you would have just pushed the ball by and not turned that into a 1v2
right,
instead
right.
of you had
just
a guy.
Had
a guy without your pace isolated, push it past and take the flank. And I can tell you, Ryan Bush from Oral Roberts is saying, yeah, that's what he does. Matt Clare up for a header and saved by the keeper. Another shot on goal, a ball across there, and Matt Clare with the header on frame. Well, Wichita 4 shots on goal to 0. 26th minute, Johnny. You gotta like the boys' chances right now.
Absolutely,
Putting one in the net in this half.
We like it, but again, it's not. We could have 15 chances and they have 1, and this game could end up 1-0.
You know what? Year 1, man. Year 1. It sent us to Myrtle Beach instead of hosting a home playoff game. There's Deary offsides again.
The fans are upset, but we got the angle here.
We got the angle. Look, the fans that are screaming are 50 yards west of us, and the ball's played east, right? So, yeah, look, if you're watching this, he was off.
Well, I want to thank some more of our sponsors. I want to thank Carrabba's Great Food. They feed our team. They're at 3409 North Rock Road. Also, WSU Heskett Center, gym and fitness center of the team. They're at the WSU main campus.
While you were calling out sponsors and looking down at your sponsor sheet, which I might add is growing, and thankfully so. We appreciate all the support from all the sponsors, and what we're trying to do for Wichita requires the help of those guys. But Joplin tries to swing the ball through the back line, and Steve Raylo's standing up in blue, and they play it directly to his feet. He says thank you and hands it, probably thanks mate, and picks it up and hands it to the next guy. And Steve's a big target, so if you see a blue shirt on him across the pitch, it looks like the 6'4" UFC fighter that we potentially got in Steve. Haskins on the wing. He's gonna get a ball to Deary, who lays it off to Claire. Back to Deary. Deary's in. Can Deary get a shot off? He does.
Oh, just wide! Fingertip save from the keeper. Oh, that's got to be a goal. That's got to be a corner kick.
Well played from the keeper. He then jumped up and grabbed the ball. Good save from the Demize, and another chance. Deary's asking the referee. He got his fingertips on it. Watch the game, and he's asking. And you know what? Center wasn't in position to get it, but he did get his fingertips on it.
You can see here there in the replay. He got a little fingertip touch on it. But the referee makes the decisions, not the goalkeeper, and certainly not us. Hey, that goal kick, Blake, coming to you courtesy of GS Memory Maker Photography, all types of photography, 101 North Ash Avenue in Valley Center. I'll tell you what, Big Ginge, Luca.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Luca Nelly, not only, he's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a dude, I'm going to tell you something. He's like a B-1 bomber, ladies and gentlemen. He's gigantic. But once he gets going, I'll tell you what, there's no stopping him. Well, look who it is over there. Diego Serafati over here looking to work some magic. Finds James Togba, number 3, who sees Chris Lemons there in the middle. Lemons was looking for Derry. Chested by Leo Catarina and finds his country mate, Leo Sosa. Oh, look at that touch there. What a wonderful touch there from Matt Clare.
Class from Matt Clare. Receives that ball, one touch on the floor from over his back. Starts it over, finds a space. Now he's playing off Deary. Deary almost gives it away, but keeps it. Still got it. Looking to combine with Clare and switches it back over to Sosa. This is the composure you want in the offensive third from the boys in red for sure.
Absolutely not taking a silly shot because you're close, but being unselfish.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now here comes James Togba. This may be the angle that you want James
and
from.
He comes running over. That's a foul there just outside the 18.
I'll tell you
Hard to argue. A lot of movement there. Demize were getting a little frantic in their defending. The ball's getting pushed wide there. It's a little rough tackle there on Big Ginger, Luca Anelli. Want to give a shout-out to the Anellis over there in England. They're always listening in.
Yep. Luca, well done, Luca, and combining Deary, Matt, and Luca really combining well right now. So James Togba is going to look this from the left foot, and Matt's going to look at it from the right foot. Depending on how the wall sets up, you're going to have a ball bent around the near post by Matt Clare, which is potentially a shot that Matt loves to tuck into the near post. Or, depending on how the wall looks, Togba just putting it on frame. But this is a shot that Togba trains and takes and
all over Instagram.
And over and over. It's if you want to watch it, go to his Instagram, but he's money from here. And nope, he's pushed it over. Maybe a little bit fast, but yeah, it's definitely a shot you're comfortable with James taking from that point. The left foot in swinger, and he trains it. He's prepared for it. Maybe rushed it a little bit.
Well, and they knew it was coming in from him just because he just made that quick movement and kind of telegraphed it a little bit. Maybe should have waited. Neither here nor there. What a great opportunity there for FC Wichita.
Togba stepped up and won this ball and hooks up with Lemons, who's now playing Diego Serfati. And I keep looking up, and Deary's runs are now on sides. He's found his space. He's timing the center backs, and they're dangerous movement off the ball right now.
Yeah, Lemons looking a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, it's twice we've seen that from Chris, trying to play a 60-yard penetrating ball that turns it over, and now this one actually results in a counterattack.
Don't want to see Boris too aggressive here. Just hold the man up. Look wide here. They got a man wide open, number 6, but too much juice on that ball.
Yeah, that ball's over to Jacob Moore, who has kept it in and continued to play. But Togba, again, when the ball's in the air, it stayed in the air for so long that James Togba was able to come for 20 yards.
I'm going to say this right now. If you can shake James Togba, something happened to James or you're a stud.
This is trouble. Here comes Sosa out of the back now. Can Deary throw a ball across? Matt's run, Sosa's run, both in. Deary has to play it early. He's done it. Matt Clare.
Oh, my goodness.
What a ball
from Korf.
What a ball from Deary Korf.
Really, Matt probably should have taken a touch there. Look at this ball. Bends it around with the outside of his boot. Matt all alone in front of the goal. Really, Matt finishes that 9 out of 10 times.
The ball's spinning away from Matt. He's taking it on his right foot. If he puts that on frame, it's world class, let alone goes in. It's a difficult ball to take across your body, plus it's got side spin on it, picking up pace. He has to take a touch there and compose. He didn't realize what kind of pressure he was under, if any, and unlucky for Wichita that Matt sails that wide. And good news is Deary and Matt, the movement with Deary, Matt, and Luca. Here's Luca now. It's very, very dangerous up front right now for Wichita. And Luca's powered by. That's a PK. No, referee. He says nothing, but Luca's clearly by and gets any kind of contact that brings him down is brutal. And
absolutely awful.
Center referee Brian Otten again.
Right in front of you.
Go by. Yeah, it's
right
got to be a
penalty
kick, Brian. So back in
Luca is past him. Is there no – there's no benefit, there's no advantage to getting past a defender inside the box.
If you let contact affect the play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the defender can tackle you from the back with contact or break up the play with contact from the back, then there's no
earning it. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no advantage to pushing a ball past the player. Then, I mean, just a ridiculous call. I'm sure he's going to look back on this and say, "Yep, that's one I missed." And of course, he can't hit everything.
Well, and
referees,
ridiculous. They also, based on the flow of play, Wichita's had the lion's share of possession. Wichita's creating chances. He probably feels like that there'll be a goal that's not a questionable goal. Geez, you don't want to call a PK. Wichita had 3 PKs against
Did you see that movement over there by
Corf? Fantastic. I've heard all that. Well, there was 3 PKs. Yeah, well, they were all where we got in behind like that and brought down in the box. So I get it that you don't want to give up games on PKs, but if a team dominates 85% of the game and constantly is in behind and you're bringing them down to stop chances, then they're PKs or they're not. But if they're awarded PKs, they're certainly earned and justified.
Well, here comes that left boot from James Togba. This corner kick coming to you courtesy of Spring Clean Laundromat, 345 West 29th Street North. They take care of all of our laundry. And it's James Togba over here with this left boot. Man, I tell you what, there's a lot of red jerseys in there. Oh. Probably should have been a ball headed back in.
First time, head it right back into goal. The keeper, the sun's in the keeper's eyes. There's 8-9 bodies in front of him. Leo tries to get the highlight reel goal, and it was a great first touch, but the opportunity went away pretty quickly, and it just needed to be something that was back in front of goal that tested the keeper. A deflection, anything there.
Yeah, we scored several goals last year with balls headed back across. Well, this goal kick coming to you courtesy of Bowers Natural Wellness, Dr. Kyson Frank. Thanks to the doctors at the Wellness Center of Healing Arts for helping FCW play at peak performance there at 10312 West Maple in Wichita.
Deary just needs to play Leo. Leo's wide open, asking for the ball. He's playing the 6, and Leo's won it for himself. But he's in a position to change the point of attack, to take a touch forward. He can combine again. I mean, that's what we need.
What a ball there, and what a run by Colton. Well done there.
Matt Clare asking for a handball. We can't see it. It's on the opposite side, but he says, did you not see that? It hit his hand. Wichita now with their second corner kick. 4 shots on goal, but what countless dangerous balls across the box and dangerous moments just penetrating on that right wing.
Really domination so far, all on the hands at the feet, rather, of FC Wichita here. Another corner kick coming up here. And we're in the 36th minute. FC Wichita 0, Demize 0. Corner kick coming in. James Togba. He swings one in, and it's cleared away, and it's going to be, oh, look at that hustle there from Matt Clare.
Itagi lets that one roll out off a Joplin defender out of bounds. Matt will take the throw in, and James will come back.
Assistant referee missed it. He was looking for the signal from the referee. Referee a little hesitant. Look at Matt Clare. Now he's over on the right-hand side. Matt Clare all over this field right now. Togba finds Serafati. Oh, what a play there by Serafati.
Dangerous first touch, and he's recovered, and now he's dribbled 3 guys, penetrated. Leo gets it and lays it off to Colton Haskins. And this is where we've been dangerous. Oh, what a ball from Colton. Clare on the backside. He's put it back across goal and cleared out for a throw by Joplin.
Yeah, that goes out of bounds there clearly. And Leo, what a step there by Leo Caterina.
The sun got in Clare's eyes, and Caterina put Clare straight into that, didn't he?
And ball rolls out of bounds. Diego steps on the ball. Not a foul there. He just
a decent crowd tonight for Wichita. As we look around, at first it was pretty scarce. 30, 40 people in the stands at the time we did the national anthem, and now you look around and both stands are packed, and we haven't got the supporters section filled out yet. It's nice when we get so full that they have to sit next to those guys chanting and a little bit of positive profanity for the boys in red, if you will, if there is such a thing that it comes from the Air Capital firm.
And the Air Capital firm working hard to keep it family friendly. They do have their occasional slip ups there, but they are family friendly. There are kids down there in the supporter section. If you're interested in a different, kind of different fan experience, really, they've got drums. They've got, actually a couple drums down there, chants, those sort of things, Wichita flags. They pop smoke. All sorts of fun stuff down there. If you
they heckle goalkeepers if you're into that, opposing team goalkeepers. It's rough to come in here. Even a guy like our buddy Curtis Goldsmith, right, comes in here and just got absolutely. My son, after that Tulsa game, when the supporter section comes up to you and says, Blake, your 14-year-old was over there, and I said, oh, great. Was he chanting? Well, not some of them. And I said, what do you mean? They said, well, it was. Usually we try to keep it clean. It was pretty bad. And I said, oh, okay, well. I get it, and then I got home, and my son looked directly at me in the eyes and said, it was bad. And I laughed, and I said, well, we won.
Yeah, good tackle there by number 20 for the Demize. That's James Paler. Tackle, ball deflects off of Matt Clare for a throw-in for the Demize.
Hey, guess who was our color commentator earlier today?
Matt Clare.
Mike Zarich with MJ Productions.
Mike was on there, huh?
Mikey, running replay and talking at the same time for the women's game. Oh, he said 55 words, and he says he claims 5, but he was good.
Well, no one knows me more than Mike Zarich. Me and Mike and I have been together for 4 years, our 5th year now.
A little bit of cloud cover in Wichita. Still about 80 degrees. Great night, and you don't want to see that if you're
nasty
Wichita.
Deflection.
Horrible deflection coming in, and a couple guys sneak behind on sides, and takes Boris Tonzi to clear it out. But
that's what we're talking about, Blake. You want to take advantage of these opportunities to score goals because you never know what's going to happen.
Oh, this is dangerous. Can Deary play Matt now? Here comes Sosa as well. Put Matt through, and let's go to goal here. So Matt's isolated now. He's going to take a touch in. Finds Deary. Oh, hail flick to Luca Anelli. Luca across to Deary. Deary misses it. Sosa keeps it in, and Luca just missed the ball by a few feet. What a chance from Wichita. Great heel flick from Matt Clare. Great team build-up. Here's Anelli again. A ball served across, and Joplin hanging on by a thread right now.
Goodness gracious. Demize dodging bullets like frickin'
Sorry about the Joplin
unbelievable.
thing, Joplin fans.
FC Wichita, man. Tons and tons and tons and tons of opportunities, just can't finish.
What a build-up that comes in from Deary to Clare. Clare with the heel flick to Anelli, and now Anelli brings Deary back in. Anelli just misses him. Deary lays out for it. Sosa needs to be there. Sosa isn't quite there, but his run was close. But you're getting those 4 guys forward with possession in the box, you score a goal 99% of the time.
Okay, that's a foul.
And he says advantage, play on.
Now he needs it.
And Colton Haskins has just dominated the wing so far, and that goes out unlucky. But Colton's does up the winger right now.
Yeah, kid's a stud, absolute stud. He plays at University of Oral Roberts in Tulsa. He's an Oklahoma boy from Mustang, Kansas. Shout out to his parents. If they're not here, they're listening in live on the YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. Haskins.
Mustang, Oklahoma, right?
Mustang, Oklahoma, grown kid, played high school and club ball there. Fantastic kid. Not only is he a fantastic footballer, but he's a wonderful human being.
Probably the pride of Mustang, Oklahoma.
Gotta
Never
be.
been there, but if your name's Mustang and you got a kid that runs like a horse, right, then he's certainly – oh, Matt, just a little bit underweighted from Matt. Now Matt's going to step up and try to take the angle away.
Well, I've seen Matt Clare score goals from that position right there. And look at the trouble that he caused. The poor ball from the goalkeeper on that pressure.
Just a little pressure, yeah.
No, absolutely, and that's. I mean, honestly, if we look at if we look at what's been created so far, it's all pressure off the ball.
Diego Serfati pressuring the ball, reaching twice there, and really a mistake by Deary gives it away and then gets shouldered off the ball. Player basically screening. And it's really resulted in Joplin's calmest moment of possession yet in the game. Let's see if they can string a few passes together. And they dump one over the top, and all they've done is stretch themselves. 3 forwards up, and now you've got Diego Serfati running at you. Clare and Corfa up high, and Lemons trail in the play. Anelli's wide on the other side. They've linked up with Sosa, and another ball to Colton creates a problem on the flank if Anelli gets this ball, and he does.
Anelli, big boy, big ginge, not afraid to run with the ball. I think Derry's going to have one here.
Sosa will have one. Deflected, Lemons first to the ball. Can Wichita possess again? Great composure from the boys in the offensive third. Getting 7 guys forward, guys in behind, finding space in front of the forwards, behind the mids, trying to play to feet. Just a little bit lack of movement in this sequence than we've had in the others. And, 4 guys standing high wanting to be the guy that makes the final run in, and it just doesn't work like that. You're going to have more movement in behind the mids and in front of the forwards, not just flat with the forwards.
We're looking at a Demize team that's just packing it in at this point. Not a great ball from Lemons there. Turns the ball over, but they're just packing it in. They had not only all 4 defenders back there, but you also had 4 midfielders packed in there behind the ball as well.
The boys are making it, the boys in red, the FC Wichita's making it too easy for them to defend that. If they're going to pack it in, you have to have a little bit more runs, trying to confuse, trying to get the center backs to have to communicate and pass you along. Hey, he's yours. No, he's yours. No, you take him, right? So if you can get that kind of movement and then passing each other along, or passing a player along from each other, then at least you're creating a little bit of uncertainty, and that's when the run can come out of the mid, Johnny. But Wichita's done really well on the flank in the last couple possessions. We haven't seen them swing the ball and try to attack the flank. So it's nice to see that.
Here's a free kick coming in from number 8. This is Gabriel De Freitas on a free kick coming in for the Demize on a tackle on James Togba. And easily collected there by the big Scott Mark Weir.
I don't know if we can call that a shot on goal. I guess we will, because technically Mark Weir had to make a save. And Deary Corfey's in right here, and the referee has him in offsides position. Deary Corf just a step offsides.
And I'm surprised.
After Joplin logs its first shot on goal, but probably a mishit ball that was tried to switch, ends up being a shot on frame for Joplin. Well collected from Ware's outlet. Puts it out here, and I don't know if you saw it personally, Johnny, but Deary was offsides again.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and I trust the referee. Hey, we're going to give some shout-outs while we're running out of time here to some of our sponsors. I want to thank Firefighters Union Local 135, serving and supporting our community. I also want to thank Firehouse Subs. They feed the team. They've got 2 locations, 8007 East Kellogg and 2413 North Greenwich Road. Look at Boris Tonzi. My goodness. Also want to thank AYSO Region 28, friend of FC Wichita. Also want to thank Altamir Auto Care and eGraphics. Both of them are located at 220 South Washington. They're friends of FC Wichita. Graphics, stickers, signage, car wraps, you name it. What a great defensive effort there from Diego Serafati. Gets it going. Who's going to run this down? Oh, tries to get cheeky. Wrong guy.
He gives it away.
And this is trouble.
Now, Lemons does well to stand up the player, and this is not what you want if you're Jacob Moore. You don't want to be in a challenge with this guy. Every time you touch the ball, can somebody else switch me or defend me, right? So that's going to be
And that's it. Hey, while we're here, I'm going to thank our last bit of sponsors, Dr. Derry Klein, family physician, team doctor. He's at 1707 South Rock Road. Also, La Quinta Hotel, official hotel of FC Wichita. They're at 2660 North Greenwich Road. Mid-America Orthopedics, our team athletic trainers, are at 12112 West Kellogg. Also, Neighborhood Lawn Care. You can reach Jason Young at 773-5158. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this first half action. NPSL Heartland Conference, the NPSL Demize versus your FC Wichita boys in red. Well, it's 0-0 here. Lots of opportunities both ways. More for Wichita, less for the Demize. We'll see what the coaches have to say to them. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes for your second half action. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this NPSL Heartland Conference matchup between the Demize of NPSL and your FC Wichita boys in red. It's all knotted up, 0-0 here in Wichita, Kansas. It's about 8 o'clock here Central Standard Time right now. Start of your second half, 45-minute second half. I'm Johnny Freedom on behalf of FC Wichita and MJ Productions. Thank you for tuning into our broadcast here. We're excited to bring it to you. It comes courtesy of a bunch of different sponsors, and we'll get those to you as the second half action goes on here. Well, it was really a second half or a first half dominated by FC Wichita. The majority of the opportunities coming from the boys in red. Just unable to find that last final touch to put something in the back of the net. Derry Core finding himself off sides quite a bit, unfortunately. We'll see if whatever changes Coach Raylos made. See what changes, a bit of pep talk he gave to the boys here over the second half, over the halftime break. See if that gets them going a little bit. Well, I'm looking for changes here. I see a change for the Demize into the game's number 11, Jao Silva. He's in the midfield. He's a midfielder. I'll try to grab these other changes for you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see any changes for FC Wichita. They're the same. I tell you what, the DJ tonight got me going. Playing a little Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. They know just what it takes. Give me a cold beer and a little Neil Diamond. And magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. Magic. And I tell you what, the only thing that we're waiting for here is the referees. Not sure what's going on with them, but here they come finally, taking their little sweet times. Yeah, that's a bit of unusualness, but that's what happens. Usually they're waiting for the players. Well, we're about to get that second half kicked off here in a second. The DJ is going to kick off the tunes. FC Wichita going to start with the ball. That's Derry Korf, number 11 there. He's our striker tonight. Again, we've got multiple attacking mids, several holding. Looks like we just mimicked what they did in the first half and just sent a long ball. Not sure that's exactly what Matt Clare had in mind, but got a little bit of wind. The wind has kicked up a little bit, and again, just a reminder, wind moving across your screen from left to right.
Well, the one thing we need to watch for here, Johnny, is the sun setting, and it's in Mark Ware's eyes, Wichita's goalkeeper. Now, Wichita hasn't been tested too much back there, but certainly
unlucky there.
Certainly
Derry.
is a dangerous thing to have sun shining in your eyes for the next 20 minutes. But, yeah, Derry Corfy just misses with the link up from Matt Clare again.
And ball goes out of bounds. They were looking for number 9 over there. That's also a substitution coming in for the Demize. That's Abu Akar Diallo. And he had a couple other names in there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to go with Diallo. And I apologize to his mama and daddy, wherever they are.
Hey, you're in Kansas right now, and anything Diallo is a reference to Czech Diallo from KU. So you're
welcome.
Good. Yeah, Diallo, it's good. We like that. Bill Self appreciates. KU fans nod their head. Mike Zarich with MJ Productions, and on we go.
KU grad himself. Played football for KU. A lot of people don't know that. He was our kicker. Punter, I mean.
Was he really?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
And we were little kids back then.
From linebacker to punter, huh? I bet he was a linebacker at one point. I had this conversation with him before. What do you want to bet?
Oh, if you already had the conversation with him, I'm not betting nothing.
Well, that was 3 years ago.
My
My short-term memory loss was gone at about the age of 17.
Yeah, Blake, come on. We both been in the car business most of our beginning of our lives, man.
Yeah, you don't bet car guys.
I know better than to bet a guy that already gave me the friggin' answer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, or maybe I'm car guying you.
You are car guying me, and I'm not going to have any of that.
I hear you.
Ball coming across.
He's going to keep it in, Diego Serfati.
What a head. To himself, really. That was a play to himself. Finds Colton Haskin there.
Cushion header, right?
I like it. It's
Boris Tonzi playing directly into Luca Anelli, but broken up, and here's that Anelli down the wing again. I'm glad we get to see it in this half because he was just eating him up on that side in the first half, and there's a dangerous ball from Luca Anelli.
Oh, nobody on the back post there. He was looking for somebody back post. I like those headers into the 6-yard box, especially with this wind playing hectic, Blake.
And Chris Lemon's in a good battle there, and the Demize come out ahead of that. And fortunately for Wichita, Togma had stepped in to help double down with Lemons in.
And number 2, Leonardo
Diallo.
Machado over here all by himself.
That's what we need. A little bit of cloud cover for the boys there. Give us a few minutes where they don't
So
have
that sun
to
gets
play
down.
directly into the sun. And what an advantage for the Demize in this half. The first half wasn't that bad. The sun was still kind of 45 degrees, but now that it's nearly down and setting, it is a problem in Wichita.
Colton getting a little foot on it to slow things down a little bit. Machado with the ball here. He's looking at number 11 there. That's João Silva.
Oh, late call there against Diego Serfati that 3 people lobbying for a foul, and the referee decides to give a set piece on the edge of the box, and this is where that sun comes into play. And guess what just moved out of the way for it? A cloud. It's time for Mark Weir to look into the sun. Set your wall, maybe 2, maybe 3. I guess Anelli counts as 2. So Anelli will be on that near post, and Weir sets his wall. Now we're going to need him to come out and potentially come out to the 6 and collect the ball here.
He just needs to stand right there, cover this. This is going to be a shot, Blake. He's going to have one, and it's right at him, right in his chest. Really no danger there whatsoever for Mark. He was in perfect position.
Well, Weir takes a long punt to release Clare on the counter, and that's going to get through, and that's dangerous when Matt Clare gets isolated.
Because look at Derry making a run.
Foot. Ball across to Deary Korf, and a class ball from Matt Clare. Korf gets to keep it in, and Wichita's changed the point of attack, and you're in trouble just like that. A pressure-releasing punt from Mark Weir that puts Clare into one corner. Clare switches it to Korf, and now Anelli.
Oh, what a night. Man, that would have been sweet.
What a ball. What a ball from Sosa. Togba serves one across and just trickles. Great ball from Leo Sosa in behind.
And that ball had a little bit more pace, snuck through. Luca Nelly's tapping that in home for the FC Wichita's first lead of the night. Well, 50th minute here. That was a cheeky little play there.
Dealt with well by Boris Tonti and Mark Weir.
A lot of pressure coming in from the 2 attacking forwards there.
Yeah, they'll let him run, and if Joplin wants to step 4 or 5 players up here, they're going to be in trouble when Mark Weir gets this ball and says, I'm just going to play into Clare or Korf. Because right now, Weir has the leg to put this at the other 18. So here's that direct ball in, and now they're under pressure to make a play in the back line, and here's exactly what I just said, right? Wichita wins the second ball, and now Joplin has to recover 4 players. Much better strategy for Joplin not to high press with 4 and make sure that Weir doesn't beat him over the top playing in behind him, I would think.
Wow, what great recovery there by Boris. Trouble here for FC Wichita. Definitely don't want to give up a foul in the box. Oh, nice.
Yeah, good foul. Well, that's a great foul to take from Leonardo Machado in the midfield for the Demize.
Slowing things down.
That's a pro foul right there.
And we got a substitution coming in for the Demize. 52nd minute.
It's going to be That's going to be Jacob Moore. And, folks, we talked about this early in the game, is what a task Jacob Moore has in front of him dealing with James Togba. This doesn't mean Jacob Moore is underproduced. This is what James Togba has done to everybody that played on the right side all year. We're seeing who's coming in on the right side now, and fresh legs.
And also Machado's coming out. It doesn't look like Moore's coming out. I think Moore's staying in. Machado's coming out.
Yeah, you're right. Machado's out. Moore stays on the right flank. And I was going to say, Moore hasn't done bad.
He's played well.
Yeah, he's just had a lot to deal with. And if he's stopping James Togba from attacking the flank, then he's done his job.
Well played there by Chris Lemons. Not too eager in creating a 50-50 ball, but maintaining possession here for FC Wichita. I like it.
It's a long diagonal to Togba if he can keep it in, and it's just a little bit long, runs out of bounds.
I like the idea. I'll tell you what, we'll start with some of our sponsors. I want to thank Soccer Savings, soccer apparel, and equipment. You can find them at soccersavings.com. They're our main jersey sponsor. Their name is blazoned across the front of our kits. I want to thank also Nike, soccer apparel and equipment, Nike.com. Nike Soccer is fantastic apparel, fantastic equipment. We just signed a 4-year deal with them, and happy to do that. Now, that was a little push to the back there on Leo Sosa. Everybody saw it, including the referee this time. Also want to thank CallCap, innovative call tracking and measurements, callcap.com. Well, 54th minute, here comes another free kick for FC Wichita. That Sun going to be causing a little trouble. And Chris Lemons, rather than sending in another 50-50 ball, chooses to keep possession, and those back three are sending the ball around here a little bit.
Oh, well done from Leo Catarina. But the next touch was awful and a dangerous challenge. But Catarina finds Togba, and Togba takes the
was
flank.
looking for Derry.
Golly,
now
we
the
need
problem
to get more
with that
out of that. You play the advantage, they lose possession, and now we're countered is the problem. Is that where you're going with it?
Absolutely.
Oh, well done. And they've kept it.
I like it. That's a hell of a lot of effort there from the player. And that's a handball there.
Well, Leo Catarina looks back like, hey, you don't get to show off and take those funny little headers out here. And they kind of laughed with each other, but the Joplin forward continued to play, or the Demize forward continued to play, and Leo Catarina lets him in free behind. Ball squirts behind Boris Tonzi. If it's not for a bad touch and an errant handball right there, he takes a touch into goal, and Catarina's walking back instead of marking. Here's a run. Togba's having to track in behind Catarina again, and Catarina's been great for us over the last few weeks. But
look at this counter. Unlucky
needed to play Sosa. He cut in. He did everything he had to do. It needed to be a simple ball to Sosa and let Sosa distribute. Anelli working hard, but just not smart enough to deliver the ball there. There's hard work and there's smart work, and a little bit of both goes a long way, right? But that was fantastic penetrating dribble from Luka. Cuts him behind the defender, makes him make a choice whether he's going to foul or stop. The defender stops, and then Luka makes the decision to play a ball against the grain, and at that point we just needed a ball to feet. Deary's so good at that. Still has it. Now he's lost it, won it back. Can Haskins double down here and keep him pinned in? And it looks like the guys do. Double down, and Demize pinned in. They've lost it to Haskins and Serfati.
Unlucky. Serfati was looking for Matt Clare.
Maybe where's James Togba? He's usually there, but because Haskins was all the way up, Togba's defensive duty was to stay back and cover the backside so that Boris and Leo Catarina could shift. I'm going to call right now that at some point Steve Raylos is going to look to his bench and call Marcos Gomes' number. And Marcos Gomes, also Marcos Beethoven for Wichita fans.
In the back of the net, baby!
What a ball, what a strike. Matt, it just instep, shapes it in across goal. Wichita's up 1-0 in the 57th minute off a class goal from Matt Clare.
I tell you what, he just bends that ball, like you said. Here's the replay. Takes the ball on the edge of the 18 and just shapes it. Just shapes it around the goalie. Just shapes it around. It tucks it right on that
Easy
inside.
As you like.
On that
Put
outside, on the inside of that
it.
outside post. Wonderful ball there from Matt
Don't
Clare.
have to drive it. Don't have to do too much. Keeper shifted to the near post. Ball's coming left to right. Receive it across your body. Put
That's
a little
Korf.
shape on it. And did you say assist from
Korf?
Assist from Deary Korf.
And FC Wichita wants to keep possession here. Don't give away anything silly in the beginning here. Keep this lead.
Big to put that in, and Wichita's been probing all game, and to put one in at this point really puts Joplin in a position to chase the game. And the game, if this game opens up and the space opens up in the midfield, I'm going to say it again, Marcos Gomes comes into this game and finds a ton of real estate in the middle and has the game, his game of the year so far. I think that the spacing's set up for that. I think Joplin now has to chase the game. I think he's very good at the directional movement that he has off of but when the 6 and the forward kind of line up, he'll find the space that gives him the right angle, and his vision to put the 9, the 7, and the 11 through is unbelievable, slotting players through. So I anticipate him coming into this game at some point. I see him warming up now, and when he does, it's going to be interesting to watch because the style of the Demize play fits right into what he does well.
Well, Demize looking to shape something together here. They want to answer. FC Wichita looking to.
Blocked by Chris Lemons in such dangerous moments, the minutes after you score, and especially you've been dominating possession, you've been probing all game, and you score. So dangerous, and you see it at every level of soccer, every age. That it's
look at this.
Just
Derek
imperative.
Korf comes up with the ball here, and it's not above or beyond his capability to take on 3 players here, Blake.
No, he'll hold it up. He'll take the player on. He'll keep possession, and we'll start it over if we need. Otherwise, we may see a goal of the year nomination as well, right? So Deary does too much. Togba pushed up. Togba wanted the ball. Deary's still on the ball, looking for his shot or an assist there instead of just making. And that's got to be a foul. That's got to be a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul coming out on number 9
against Diallo.
Yeah, Diallo getting outrun by Leo Catarina. Wasn't liking it. And we got a substitution coming up here for the Demize. Number 8 is coming out. Number 8's Gabriel De Freitas is coming out. Coming in for him is, and we'll get a number for you here in a second to our Demize fans that are tuning in. My apologies. Just can't see the kit yet, ladies and gentlemen, but we got a foul back here. This free kick coming to you courtesy of Pita Pit. Fresh Pita Wraps feeds the team. The 3242 North Rock Road. Still can't see that jersey number, Blake, but here comes a free kick from Mark Weir.
Hey, Andres Chalbot, if you're watching or anybody knows what happened, please message us on this line. Tell us what's going on with Chalbot. Chalbot, absolute class player. We love him. He had some injury that kept him out of Wichita's rotation, but would have been massive for us. And you can stop it now, referee, if you got a player hurt. Let's just go ahead and dump it out right here. Hold on to the ball, lump it out, and there you go.
And that's a player that just came in, I believe.
Yeah, there was a challenge that they feel like Diego Sarfati's boots were up and a little bit up, but it wasn't up to the thigh. It really appeared that they both come into this challenge at the same time, and the ball's low. See?
Yeah,
now,
his feet are on the ground.
His stud's above the foot, but it's not tilted up. His stud's going to the top of the ball. Is a dangerous moment. Player definitely doesn't come out of that with a quad
17.
injury, but
that's Ahmad Saidi.
May have got cleats on top of his foot here. And here is the sub that brings in Marcos Gomes. It looks like Deary Korf is going to come off. No? Let's see who it is. Chris Lemons, maybe. We have a substitution with the fourth official right now, and it's hard to see who's actually making the change.
It's Chris Lemon's coming out.
Well, is it?
Yeah,
he's
he
getting
just gave
a drink.
the hand slap.
He may just be saying, hey, let's go. At this point, they haven't made the change. Diego Sarfati's coming over, and it may be Diego Sarfati. It is Diego Sarfati.
And so into the game is going to be, as we mentioned before, number 8, Marcos Gomez, Brazilian international.
Can I just call him Beethoven, Marcus Beethoven?
You can.
Okay, good.
You can, but a little bit of information.
Follow him on Facebook, Marcos Beethoven.
About Marcos is he's from Belo Horizonte in Brazil, played soccer at Cloud County here in Kansas, and now he's at Friends University. So, you Wichita fans, if you want to go see him some more, and he's an amazingly talented player, big body. There you see him already. It's Gomez. Gomez. But it's it's Gomez, but with an S because it's Portuguese.
Well, in the United States, that's Gomes.
That's right, but here.
So we'll give you Gomez, but instead I'm going to call him Marcos Beethoven. I go off your Twitter handle.
Well, mine's Johnny Freedom, and that's what everybody calls me, so we can't say that we blame you, Blake.
There's Marcos on the ball, changing the point of attack to Luca, who gets fouled but still keeps it. Chris Lemon's a layoff to him, and now changed the point of attack to Haskins. And Wichita starting to knock the ball again. Colton with the massive mistake right there that loses a ball and almost gets Matt Clare put into a ankle twisting type challenge. That's what Colton does right there, though. Recovers, high energy player, good work rate. He's not going to make a mistake and then not recover.
This is a dangerous switch here. Not
Togba's best moment. Committed early and gets Olay. Didn't need to commit himself to the ground right there. Just needed to let Deary do a little bit of work defensively. Deary had applied the pressure.
And they find number 13 all alone over there. That's Yude Yamaguchi.
Claire's going to get put through here if he can. Anelli just short legs it just a little bit, but Claire still gets to the ball and tries to meg and doesn't get it done. But if Anelli can play through that ball and put a little bit of length on the ball, then.
Well, this has got to be all their. I mean, they had halftime substitutions. Can they change the whole lineup?
Yeah, I mean, you get in the NPSL. That's what's unique about these leagues, these NPSLs, PDLs, is you can go through your entire bench. So you can roster 20 on game day. You have to give a card 20 minutes before the game for 18, and then you can ultimately make those 7 substitutions to bring in the whole 18. But once you come off, you're done. So it's worked in their favor. They got guys that are traveling. They got here, got out of the vans, played and warmed up and played. And so it's a situation where they want to go through their bench, and that's why it's a developmental opportunity league to where not only these guys might play, Wednesday, Saturday, and absolutely need shorter shifts, but it gives you an opportunity to get guys into the game, give them a chance, give them an opportunity if they come in to not only always have to break into the 11, 12, 13, 14, but to come and get into the back of the roster, back of the game day roster.
It was unfortunate there from Leo Sosa. Got tackled from behind. He was just holding it just for a second to let that run from Gomez go through. Would have been a dangerous opportunity for FC Wichita. Instead, it's a turnaround by FC Wichita. And what a step by James Togba.
Just change the point of attack. It's simple. Colton Haskins made a run here. Matt's been patient and waited, and now back to Marcos. But just a quick change of point of attack there, and they've exposed him on this right flank.
66th minute. FC Wichita 1. Demize 0. We'll go ahead and thank a couple more of our sponsors while FC Wichita builds up here. I want to thank Jersey's Bar and Grill after the game tonight. I want to invite everyone over there. That's our after-game party spot. They're located at 3213 North Tobin. That's basically 96 and Webb. Can't miss it. Go over there. The boys will be there. Have a cold beer, cold drink, delicious food. They've got mozzarella sticks the size of baby arms, and they're delicious. Head on over there. FC Wichita happy to hold the ball, build possession here. This is a big change that we've seen over the past couple years, Blake. Haven't seen this much possession from an FC Wichita team. That change coming in from Steve Raylos.
Steve's interested in playing the negative ball, getting the keeper involved, starting it over, being patient. So Wichita has no problem getting the ball right here, and if it doesn't pan out, starting it over and going backwards and bringing the keeper in.
Man, Colton, what a ball. Beat that kid like a red-headed stepchild over there on the corner over there. Unfortunately, hit a ball too long.
Sorry to all you parents of red-headed stepchildren or the red-headed stepchildren.
Oh, I'm a fan of redheads.
No.
Believe me, my favorite one's out there on the pitch right now. His name's Luca Nelli.
Yeah.
He's got an Italian name,
right,
Italian father, British mother, red hair.
We don't anticipate you beating him like a red-headed stepchild. Braden, sorry. We don't mean it. No offense by that. Braden, the intern. He is not going to take any offense to that. This is what we're talking about. Look at that ball. Look at the ball from
Marcos Gomez.
Now, I'm not a referee, and I certainly don't have the angle. But if the ball's played and then the run comes from in front of the defender, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say that you don't even consider raising your flag to that.
And was he raising his flag?
Yeah, he had him offsides, but so had we have been able to play the ball, it was an offsides position.
Well, I'll tell you what, Boris was looking for Mark to come out and get that ball. That ball sent long to nobody. Want to thank Papa John's. That's a great food place. They're located at 3236 North Rock Road. They feed our team. They're also going to feed the away team
Ball's
tonight.
back into Luca.
Marcos Gomez, baby! Marcos Gomez,
What?
unassisted.
I wish we could give an assist to Luca Nelli for the hard work that he put in to create that. Watch this replay, Johnny. Watch the effort from Luca Nelli to even create that. Twice he created it, but look at the head fake, and then easy as you like.
Left-footed with his left boot, slots it right past the keeper, who had no chance. FC Wichita up 2-0. We're excited up here in Stryker Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas. I had to pin Mike Zarich down. He was flared up like a pack of hemorrhoids over here, bouncing up and down. We're all excited here in Wichita, Kansas. 70th minute. FC Wichita up 2-0.
It's a fantastic MJ Productions replay there.
Unreal. What a goal. What a goal from Marcos Gomez, and just came in.
The energy level from Luca Nelli. We were talking about it. In fact, I think I over-talked it for 5 minutes.
And we got the police coming over at the behest of the referee to talk to the supporter section. I'm curious what that's about.
Probably from coming in front of the signs. And our supporter section, like most supporters, like to heckle goalkeepers, and they maybe a little bit too much on the field. So maybe they're asking them, hey, can you stay behind the goal, stay behind the field signs. We don't need you in front of a field sign heckling a goalkeeper. So that certainly didn't have any impact on that goal, as the Demize give the ball away at the edge of the 18 and put a fresh player that, we had been talking about him for 5 minutes or so before that Marcos Gomez is going to come in, penetrating passes, the angles of play he gives to play off of other players is going to impact this game. We saw him put a ball straight in that would have been an offsides ball, but was a dangerous ball to put a player in on goal, and he scored a goal.
Okay, at what point are they going to blow the whistle? Derek Korf getting his jersey torn off.
What a ball from Deary. Another ball across. Now it's Sosa. Sosa tries to just slot it back.
I don't mind that
goal.
Opportunity. To the
playing a
core
little bit
family
now.
in England, I know they're watching this right now, or they're going to watch the replay. You saw that your kind young lad getting basically his pants torn off and still able to hold on to the ball. Blake, let's get that guy an extra pita sandwich tomorrow.
Yeah, Pita Pit.
Can we do that?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be
My goodness.
Call to Pita Pit and doubling up Deary's dinner. They took a little bit of weight off of him with that nasty tugging and pulling on his side, so we'll see if we can put a little bit extra calories in.
Unlucky there. Colton Haskins looking for a running Matt Clare.
So the guys look good right now. I mean, Nelly's working hard and you got energy. At some point you'll see Felipe Novelli come in for Luca, I would think, and he's starting to change into his jersey now. I would think that's the substitution, maybe even Deary, but Matt and Marcos and Leo and Deary and Anelli starting to have a little bit of fun, and you can see the body language, smiling, really enjoying their football right now, and that's definitely what we want out of these guys at this point in the season. Good crowd here tonight, and a chance right now to go up the pressure. We don't know what's going on right now in Tulsa, do we?
No, I don't.
Or even the Little Rock game. Let's get an update from Braden Mueller, intern extraordinaire.
Headed ball back to the goalkeeper from the Demize. Want to go ahead and thank Carrabba's. They're located at 3409 North Rock Road. Great food. They feed the team. Also, WSU Heskett Center, gym and fitness center for the team at the WSU main campus. Want to thank them. No score. That's what we're getting from Braden right now. No score. What minute are we in, Blake? Can you tell? Halftime. No. And we'll check on Little Rock as well here for you. Unlucky touch there. I tell you what, FC Wichita, boys in red, running down every ball. And I tell you what, Blake, I got to tell you my personal feeling. This is the most dangerous lead in soccer, in my opinion. 2-0.
You and Larry love to say that. I think it's better than 1-0 lead. And I honestly, I even like it better than 3-1.
And Little Rock's up 2-1 over Ozark FC. 62nd minute. Well, here we go. Free kick coming up from Mark Weir. This free kick coming to you courtesy of GS Memory Maker Photography. All types of photography. They're at 101 North Ash in Valley Center. Also want to thank Spring Clean Laundromat. Take care of the team laundry they do. 345 West 29th Street North in Wichita.
There's Felipe Novelli who comes in, and we were just talking about him coming in to make a sub, and I don't know what the center referee sees on that, but I mean there's nothing between one foul or the other. Novelli's clearly got his body in a little bit at the end and won the ball, but other than that, there's nothing really between them.
And I will check you again on the names, Blake, only because I asked specifically, because these Brazilians have like four names.
Yeah, which name does he prefer?
He prefers Maya.
Felipe Maya.
Felipe Maya. So Felipe Maya comes in for Derry Korf.
What happened to the Brazilians that just have one name? I got Marcos, Sosa, Leo for Catarina, and now I'm going with Felipe. Diego's going to have Diego. That's it. I'm done.
The only thing that you lose me on, Leo Catarina wants to be Leo.
Okay,
Leo
done.
Sosa wants to be Sosa.
Done. Check.
Marcos wants to be Marcos.
Check. Felipe.
I think Felipe can be Felipe.
Okay. Surfati. Oh, what a ball in. Claire again. And he's just missed.
And that's got to be a corner kick, right?
Corner. It's a save, actually.
Comes off of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, well saved by the keeper. And Claire misses a great chance to put his second goal in the back of the net in this game. Another brace and 2 against Tulsa.
Here's the replay. Ball to is that a Nelly?
That's Sosa pressure and wins the ball. That's Leo Sosa, puts Matt Clare directly through the goal, and Matt Clare tries to get 2 touches.
The ball, I think if he takes the ball with his right foot and slices it past the keeper, he's in there. But you're talking to Johnny Freedom, who's 3 beers deep.
Right. And Matt Clare, who typically is 2-3 goals deep. So
exactly. Trust Matt Clare on
that one. Anyway, Matt will probably tell you he should have hit that one first time in hindsight. But he tried to go. He tried to take it across his body to his right and get settled, and decided to shift it back to the left and try to slot, and it just wasn't enough space. The keeper did well to come out and made a save.
Well, throw-in coming in for the Demize is going to be Bowers Natural Wellness. Want to thank Dr. Kyson Frank and the rest of the doctors at the Wellness Center of Healing Arts for helping FC Wichita play at peak performance. They're at 10312 West Maple in Wichita, Kansas. And who's got the ball there but Felipe Maya?
What a ball from Claire to Lemons. Lemons brings it down and starts it over with Katarina and Boris Tonzi in the back, who have been fantastic the last few games.
I think we're going to see a switch here in a second. Nope.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him start it all the way over. They go forward, and again, that's what that composure in the back and the negative balls backwards is a staple of what Steve Raylos is trying to introduce with this team. Is look, the opportunity will present itself. Continue to drop out, find feet from the 6, find feet from the 8, but if it's not there, we'll start it over.
I tell you what, anytime the ball gets around Luca Nelly, unless you're a gigantic body, you're not knocking him off the ball. Love Big Ginge, man.
Togba really working hard to force that over there and didn't need to. This is what we need here. Just change the point of attack. Simple. Really, Claire even misses Lemons right there. The ball needs to be to Chris Lemons' feet, and we stay composed.
Just really need some.
That's a great ball.
What a defensive effort there from Leo Katarina. And Mark Weir collects it.
Well done from Leo.
Well done. Great defensive effort. Great recovery from Leo. Mark's going to hold it for a second here. And he sets it out there to his defender who just saved him. What a great save by Leo Katarina. Great defensive effort. Here's Felipe Maya with the ball here. Look at Felipe. Fancy
Decent
footwork.
double, a triple scissor, really. Gives a single scissor, then hits him with a double and goes by. And it's nice to see the fresh legs from Felipe.
Wonderful. I want to thank Firefighters Union Local 135 serving and supporting our community. I also want to thank Firehouse Subs. Great food. They feed the team at 2 locations, 8007 East Kellogg and 2413 North Greenwich Road. Throw-in coming up for FC Wichita. Looked like we had a substitution there. I missed the number 19 is into the game for the Demize. He's Kyler Moore.
Claire trying another 30-yard smasher that a repeat from what we saw against Ozark the other day, which certainly could be a goal of the year type candidate.
Yeah, certainly, unless we see something sexier than that, that's my candidate for goal of the year.
There he is. He's through again. Candy this time. He's taking the touch. Sorry, goalkeeper. And
Matt
we'll see
Claire, baby.
Claire
My
with
goodness!
a little scissor
baby!
on the keeper and puts
Come
it in the
over
back
and
of
give the
net.
fans some, Matt Claire. Give the fans some love, Matt Claire. And who was this? Who does the assist go to?
You'll have to watch
Marcos
the MJ
Gomez.
production. Was it
I
Marcos
got it.
Gomez?
Oh, watch this. It was Marcos Gomez.
That's just Claire here, and Claire almost, the keeper comes out, he scissors him, but almost doesn't get it off there and takes
And
a
the
little
assist
knock
is Marcos Gomez.
at the end of that play. Marcos Gomez has came in, almost got 2 assists and a goal, but he's came in and on an assist and a goal. This game's now 3-0, and the space is there, as we discussed before Marcos came into this game. The space is there for this game to fit exactly into his style of play, and he's came in and changed the game.
Well, Marcos Gomez just see those runs, but you don't see the run if you don't have the run. And what a run from Matt Claire. And Matt Claire getting substituted out. What a game he had. A brace for Matt Claire. Matt Claire substitution in the 80th minute.
Really should have been on a hat trick tonight.
Plenty of opportunities, but we'll take what we've got.
Absolutely.
And coming into the game, I didn't see who it was
Gio
over there.
Vallejo.
Gio Vallejo. Gio California product. Brought in by Coach Raylos. Gio Vallejo's from Southern California. Plays Notre Dame de Namur.
Like to
from
see
Palm Springs, California. He played LA Premier. He's good friends. Raylos and the head coach over there at Notre Dame, BJ Noble, are good friends.
I like to see Luke Hitchman come into this game in a 4-2-3-1, either for Sosa or Lemons. Where and not that I dislike what those two have provided, but I really like Luke Hitchman in a role
What
where
a tackle from Chris Lemons!
where he doesn't only have to defend as the 6, But that's a diagonal to Felipe.
And he's going to find him. Felipe keeps that in. Get out of here, Felipe Maya.
Marcos with the fantastic ball across to Sosa, who's offsides. But
oh, man.
Luke Hitchman, my thought is Luke Hitchman comes in. He comes in for Lemons. He comes in for Sosa, one of those two guys in a 4-2-3-1. And it allows him to drift forward more like an 8 because Luke is very creative. He can strike a ball. He can score goals. I'd like to see him in a position in a game like this where he can drift forward and not have to worry about as much defensive responsibilities.
Blake, I got to give a shout-out to our beer lady tonight. Gave me a last call. Gave me a heads up on the last call. Oh, Gio Vallejo overruns the ball a little bit. Is able to keep it at his feet. Finds James Togba. Ball played out of bounds. And look who's coming in. Luke Hitchman's going to be coming in.
It's got to be Sosa or Chris Lemons, and it looks like it's going to be Leo Sosa.
Well, we'll go ahead and
Leo Sosa will hand the captain's band off to Chris Lemons right here, which is a pretty good selection, I would think.
No doubt about that. Well, I want to thank AYSO Region 208. They're a friend of FC Wichita. They're located just north of 13th and Ridge Road, growing our young soccer players. Also want to thank Altamir Auto Car Care and eGraphics. Both of them are located at 220 South Washington. Graphics, sticker, signage, car wraps. They're friends of FC Wichita. Want to thank them for their continued sponsorship. Fantastic.
Now, while we're here, Johnny, we're at 3-0 right now. We're in the 84th minute.
Yes.
I'm not one of those guys that says don't rub it in. We are in a race for first place in the conference, and even more than that, yes, absolutely, goal differential, and even more than that in the region, in the regional games, semifinals, finals. Beyond that, goal differential starts to come into play, and this is a great opportunity for us to collect that +3, +4 type of situation. So one more in the back of the net, two more in the back of the net certainly wouldn't hurt my feelings, but keep the clean sheet, certainly. And here's that chance. Anelli on a run out. Can he find Marcos? Marcos on the other side. Just
doesn't
a little bit much.
It doesn't have quite the touch that Marcos has on that through ball. I tell you what, these Brazilians come, not only do they come with flip-flops and bikini briefs, but they come with a wonderful touch and a fantastic amount of skill.
Yeah, they do bring that Brazilian bikini briefs into town, don't they? There's no oceans in Wichita, so we don't have any beaches. We do have some lakes. We have lake beaches.
They were at the swimming pool over there with one of the interns.
Yep, great.
Luke the Duke Hitchman putting the pressure there on number 9 from the Demize. That's Abubakar Diallo. Has him all flustered and sending a ball super near post. No danger at all in that 85th minute. Why don't we thank Dr. Terry Klein, family physician. He's our team doctor. He's located at 1707 North Rock Road. I also want to thank Mid-America Orthopedics. They're our team athletic trainers. They're located at 12112 West Kellogg, basically 119th and Kellogg. Oh, went 5-hole on number 11 there. The fans are letting him have it.
The fans sure liked Luke Hitchman. Looked the player off, legs opened up, and Luke slots a pass through a through ball through a player's legs, and you heard it from the academy boys down here. Sure enjoyed that. This is what I like from Luke. See him able to drift, get forward. Lemon stays and plays the 6, and now Luke's able to get just a little bit more forward, play the ball, run off the ball, and I think that it's nice to see him in a position where he can find his comfort zone and get into a flow, because moving forward, the rest of this season in the postseason, Luke Hitchman is going to be a massive part of this roster. And whether he's in the first 11 or he's coming off in the 70th or 60th or whatever, we definitely need him focused.
Man, through ball through there, played to Marcus Gomez from. I didn't catch you put that through ball through. I think that was Luca Anelli. Great through ball. Finds Marcos Gomez. Marcos Gomez looking to slot that ball through to the far post. Didn't have enough juice on it and just goes wide. Well, I want to thank La Quinta Hotel. They're our official hotel of our club, 2660 North Greenwich Road. Also want to thank my good buddy, Jason Young at Neighborhood Lawn Care. You can reach Jason at 773-5158. Yeah, you can reach him at 773-5158. Jason does lawn care, he'll mow, fix your sprinklers. He'll also put up your Christmas lights if you don't want to get out there when it's too slick. He'll get you all taken care of.
Jason's a great guy, soccer guy, been in the community for years. So
absolutely, I played club ball with Jason when I was a kid.
You want to support some local businesses, great. You also want to support local business with some guys that support the game. Jason Young's that guy.
For sure, his boy plays soccer in Young over at Eisenhower High School. Plays in the youth academy for FC Wichita.
He's one of 11 FC Wichita Academy members at Eisenhower right now, in fact, and a lot of them are younger. A little bit of time it may take them to mesh and grow a little bit, but as those players come through, look out for Roger Downing and Eisenhower High School, what they got coming through there. It should be interesting in the next 2 years.
Well, they're in a rebuilding phase because their previous head coach was basically just a math teacher, had no clue what he was doing.
Well, when you're rebuilding with 11 FC Wichita Academy members between freshman and junior and a pre-academy, that's 12 kids. You're not in too bad of a rebuilding phase. Even if you're not getting the results, they're playing the right style of soccer. The ball's moving. Jago Bonita. It's going to be okay, right?
I can't wait. '89th minute, we got a substitution coming in. And coming in, that is number 12. That's Adam James, Missouri kid, plays at Benedictine. Not sure who the substitution looks like. That was Leo Catarina came out. So it looks like they shifted Lemons back to center back.
Well, you got Levi Spray came in at number 7 getting his first action for FC Wichita. Levi came through the tryout. Fantastic young talent. And here he is on the flank. Speedy flank player, creative, energy. So you'll really like him there. But, yeah, Lemons shifts over. It was kind of a double shift. You lose Colton, and here comes Levi. But it also took off. I'm trying to figure out. It brought in
Leo Catarina.
Adam James up top. Catarina comes off. We get a shift back into the midfield from Anelli and then Lemon. So it was a quadruple shift. The two subs moved 4 positions. Not sure. Oh, the player.
Well, as soon as a player plays the ball,
tried to defend. Correct.
Yeah, as soon as he plays the ball, he's offside. Assistant referee, good on him. Outstanding job. Outstanding call to see that, to pick that up and to stay with it. Did his job.
What a ball from James Togba, but no, they got carried away a little bit. Wichita again wins the second ball. That's Levi Spray, and now he's attacking the flank.
Find him.
Felipe plays it forward, and Levi will go by. He's got the pace. There he is running off the ball, combines with Adam James. Now Anelli, and now
both
Gio.
of them from Benedictine, Blake.
Oh, Luca Anelli.
Oh, baby! Oh, my goodness. Up there where Grandma keeps the cookies.
How about the move?
Oh, my goodness.
Adam James and Levi Spray come in with fantastic movement. It frees up Luca Anelli, and goal of the week type candidate where Luca Anelli turns and bangs this thing in the near post upper corner.
Oh, my, yeah, up there in the corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. My goodness.
Well done, Luca Anelli. Much deserved. He's had a great night tonight, and he blasts that thing in the upper corner. No chance for the goalkeeper from Demize.
91st minute. Luca Anelli finds himself on the score sheet, Blake. And I tell you what, it was a long time coming because he deserved it. Big Ginge working hard for 90 minutes. Finally gets himself one. And that shows you the depth, Blake, of the squad that we have, where you got all kinds of players coming off the bench and creating offensive opportunities. So just a fantastic job there. Build up from the two Benedictine boys. And that's the game. There's your final whistle. FC Wichita solidifies themselves at the top of the table. 4-0 over the Demize of the NPSL. 50 goals coming all in the second half. 57th minute from Claire from Corfy. 69th minute was Gomez unassisted. 80th minute, Matt Clare gets his brace from Gomez. And in the 91st minute, our fourth goal comes from Big Ginge, Luca Anelli, courtesy of Adam James. Well, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast brought to you courtesy of FC Wichita and MJ Productions. Mike Zarich bringing you all those live replays. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm Johnny Freedom, your host. With me tonight was the CEO and my good buddy Blake Shoemaker. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Safe travels back to Joplin, to the Demize. Come on back here at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Come on over to Stryker Soccer Complex out here in East Wichita as our women, FC Wichita women, the gals in blue, ladies in red, take on the Tulsa Spirit. And they already spanked them once this season. Oh, wait, they're going to spank them again tomorrow, and you don't want to miss it. Come on over. It's going to be a great game. We want to see you out here. If we can't see you out here, we want to see you. We'll have the YouTube channel up. Look for it on our Twitter page. Look for it on our Facebook page. We'll give you the YouTube link as soon as we have it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Johnny Freedom, thanking you for tuning in. Have a safe night.